What up guys, it's Monday morning, about to go hit my first heavy back day in a week. Well, I guess last Monday was kind of a heavy back day, but it went really bad, so I'm gonna switch things up today. Do a low volume, heavy weight back and arms, back rear delts and arms day. So probably take a couple hours, but like I said, I'm gonna switch to a little bit lower volume, a little bit more intensity and weight on the exercises for this week. But I guess I'll give you my thoughts and review on Outlift. The reason I don't like to review a lot of supplements, guys, is you don't need to review supplements. You can read the label and that tells you more than what taking the supplement will tell you. I know exactly how much caffeine and all these things I'm getting. And as you guys know, you do build tolerances to pre-workouts. Preferences change, so if one day I don't really feel the caffeine from this, that doesn't mean that it's weak and that the caffeine content sucks, because it has 350 milligrams, and when I drink a Monster that's 160 or whatever, I feel that. So sometimes I don't feel Monster as much, sometimes I do. But taste-wise, check it out. This is only 2/3 of a scoop. It tastes really good, and it mixes really, really well, so it doesn't sit in your stomach. Even though it's not like a super concentrated powder, which maybe is the reason why it doesn't sit in your stomach actually, but when you mix it, it's pretty much just like drinking plain water. You don't get any sort of bloat from it, so that's excellent. So I'm gonna drink it now, hit the gym, do my warm up, which I'll film for you guys, and then what am I gonna start with on back day for heavy? I may start with bent over barbell row, and then go to seated row, but I'm gonna take Nolan's advice and try to fix my lordosis when I hit that seated row. So I will get some angles of that and do my best. It's time to make some gains. What's going on, guys? Starting this workout off with my warm-up here. I normally don't show this, but I like to because I don't get that many views on every video. So I want to make sure a lot of subscribers do get to see what I do. It's pretty much standard yoga poses. What I work on is opening up the hips, getting good bicep and neural stretching of the nerves through here, which all these poses do pretty much. Opening up the psoas, the front of the hip flexor area, and just kind of getting everything loose. I don't like to do a lot of static stretching, so I kind of move around, and then I walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. I'll usually walk 3 minutes forward and then a couple minutes backwards to get a little bit more blood into the quads, and I make sure I do that and emphasize the walking on my leg days. Not so much for upper body days. I just do it as a general warm-up to get a little heat in the body and get the blood flowing. So I'll let you guys watch this and I'll come back for an in-depth analysis of this back workout. Not just the back workout, did some arms and rear delts too. I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I eat this post-workout and show you guys. It just has chicken this time and a little bit of olive oil instead of beef. So I'm gonna eat this, enjoy this at a 225, and I'll pop back in shortly. Okay guys, so before I forget, you guys saw how I listed 8 working sets of back and 2 working sets of rear delts. My goal for the next probably 3 to 6 weeks until I deload again or take like a semi-deload is to cut the volume and really focus on intense sets that are just balls to the wall, complete focus on contraction, form, stretching, heavy ass weight, and just trying to get in the gym and out faster so I can hit more muscles more often. So I'm going back to the whole, 48-hour of increased protein synthesis, stuff like that. But it's what I want to do for now. So instead of, training a muscle 1 to 2 times per week, I'm going to for sure hit them all twice a week and just focus on trying to get my weak body parts in 3 times a week, but lowering the volume and making sure I can start going heavier and focusing better. So I'll let you guys watch this set of 315, heaviest I've shrugged in a long time. Did 275 before it, and then my next 2 sets of seated row. So really happy with how the seated row went. Like I said, 8 working sets of back and traps and 2 working sets of rear delts. So this is finishing it up, just 2 sets here. And big shout out to Nolan for correcting my form. I have tendency to arch my lower back a lot. Like I can make my lower back look like this if I'm facing that way. So for me on this exercise to make it flat is very difficult, but as you can see here, I nailed it. Got really, really good contractions and I was really happy. Oh God, screw it. I was really happy with how this felt. I need to work on the center portion of my back. And I feel like this is exactly the movement that I need to work on and stop, cheating on with my lower back. So really happy with how that went. And that was it for the back workout. Each set was super intense. Did 2 working sets of rows, 2 of the assisted pull-ups, 2 for traps, and 2 right there. So 8 sets. And then this is one of my fly sets with 25 pounds. I ended up getting about 2 sets of 15. I didn't include the repetitions in this workout because that's kind of besides the point. I'm gonna be working between 7 and 12 reps on most exercises, and on things like deadlift, bench, and squat, depending how I feel, it's gonna be 1 to 5 reps. Really just depends on my progression. But the thing about the big 3 is it's easy to keep in your mind where you're at. With the other exercises, I write it down on my phone and I just take it from there. So here we have 11 sets of arms, 5 sets of biceps, 3 of triceps, 3 of forearms, supersetted. My Mondays are pull day focus, which is why I didn't hit any pressing today, but trying to work on my triceps. So when I hit buys on this pull day with the lower volume, I am gonna throw in a tricep exercise. But here you're seeing me hit my top heavier sets of the hammer curl with 3 plates, which again is heavier than I've done it once or twice, but I never really focus on going up like that. So here doing the triceps, like I said, 3 sets, and hitting this Ben Pakulski style tricep kickback, more focusing on getting full extension and not really pressing in front of you. It's all about really full natural range of extension. So this is me doing my best here with a couple plates, and it actually felt really good. I was able to do 2 sets of 12, but each rep just felt like really badass. Got a lot of good contraction, and I feel like I'm gonna be maybe a little sore from it, but it felt really damn good. So that was pretty much it. Did 1 more bicep exercise before forearms and just worked here with the standing bicep cable curl. You can do dumbbell curls if you like, dumbbell hammer curls, alternate dumbbell curls, but I always am battling a slight tendonitis, so for me, I just do what feels best. For me to force myself to do a bicep exercise is not really possible. I always just go with what I like at the time. And for now, the hammer curl with the single rope, and this exercise feels good. The dumbbells feel good as well, but until I start disliking this for certain reasons, I'm gonna stick with it until I hit the dumbbells again. And for forearms, just a couple sets or a few sets of 50-pound curls here. I was able to get pretty much 10 each time, and then I would flip over and hit 20 pounds for the top of the forearm. So this was a full pull day with arms, I guess you could call it, because I hit my back, my lats, my rhomboids, my traps, my rear delts, my bis, tris, and forearms, and abs. So I don't think you could consider this low volume, but since I only train 4 days a week, this is how I like to do it. I find if I split my body parts up more and go 5 or 6 days a week, my tendons just don't recover and my joints don't feel as good every workout. So I would do like a 3-day full body part split, but I would just hate doing that. So this is how I like to break it up, and we'll see how hard it is. These workouts are not easy. They're not for complete beginners, but if you are a complete beginner, you can definitely do this workout. Just I wouldn't recommend doing every single exercise in every single set, but I love it. So it's hard, but it gets the job done. And 2 quick supersets with the rope crunch and some heavy dumbbells on these side bends, 65 pounds. If you're gonna train abs, guys, don't do them light. You're wasting your time. You don't wanna do 5 sets of 20 or a bunch of sit-ups. Pick an exercise, do it weighted or do it body weight, and crush it. But that's it for the lifting portion, and stay tuned for some more post-workout mobility and stretching. And since I showed you guys the intro warm-up, I'm showing you the outro, my post-workout cool down. This is also in 10 times speed, and it is, what, a minute and 15 seconds. So I spent about 11 minutes doing my stretching post-workout. Here I'm working on opening the bicep and the pec, and then here I'm working on opening the entire back and rear delt, taking deep breaths and letting my rib cage pull and stretch the muscles that I have tension on with the band. And this is all stuff I got from Kelly Starrett. Kelly Starrett 5-way shoulder mobility will show you most of these exercises that I'm doing here, or stretches. And I love stretching post-workout, but it's hard because when your muscles are tired and your abs are tired and everything's fatigued, it's really hard to hold the stretches. So you can get a little bit better, deeper stretches since your muscles aren't gonna be as resistant. Yeah, but it's hard to hold a lot of the poses, or the stretches. And here I'm working on stretching the nerves again with my hand facing out, letting the head fall, hand like this, letting the head fall. And this is all stuff I get, like I said, from Kelly Starrett or other physical therapists that I've worked with. Hitting some splits here. I do want to be able to do a split at some point. I don't know why, I just kind of decided I feel like it, but that's it. Long voiceover, hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it if you watched it. Peace. All right, so we got a small post-workout meal here. It's about 35 to 40 grams of protein, 50 carbs, and 8 fat. From 96.4 beef, some white rice, black beans, and Asian medley. I'm gonna put some Frank's Red Hot on it. Not too much, because I feel like it's gonna taste good by itself. Ketchup. And mid-meal, I'm gonna take 5 arthrolyzed, 2, maybe 1 or 2 demineralized, 4 arthrolyzed, and a fish oil. So that's post-workout meal. Hopefully it's still hot.